Hello, and welcome to the Performance Marketing on Instagram webinar, part of the Facebook and Instagram webinar series. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're going to get started now. My name is Gabe Riley. I am the handsome gentleman on the left. I'm on the Product Marketing Communications team here at Instagram, and I'm joined by Megan Bristol. She's from our Market Operations team and is responsible for product marketing on our direct response ad solution. Together, we're going to take you through today's topics, and here they are. I'll start with a quick overview of Instagram ads, and then Megan will take you through the specifics of our performance marketing solution, including why we believe Instagram can be a key channel for driving the outcomes you care about and the products that can help you do so. Together, we'll cover best practices for maximizing performance on our platform, and I'll also cover the resources available to help you get started. Those topics should take about 30 minutes. After that, we'll open up for question and answers. As questions come to mind throughout the webinar, please feel free to enter them in your chat window. We'll compile the top questions throughout the webinar and cover at the end. We've also included a few handouts that accompany today's session. They cover some of the topics in more detail, including how to get started with Instagram ads and tips for maximizing performance. Please download those resources anytime during our session. And as you exit the webinar, we've got a really brief survey we'd love you to fill out. It will help us continue to improve these sessions in the future. Finally, we'll send you a video recording of this webinar in the next 2 days in case you'd like to review again or share with anyone. Well, let's get started. We're going to begin with a quick overview of Instagram's ad solution. And here's a look at actually what was the first Instagram ad. It's from November of 2013. When we first launched ads, they were only available to advertisers with large budgets and brand objectives, like raising awareness or shifting perceptions. Over time, we've greatly expanded the solutions we offer. However, this first ad from Michael Kors shows Instagram has long been a home for showcasing products. As I mentioned, we've expanded Instagram's advertising solutions, and here's a look at the progression of our ad formats. Although we began with photo ads first in 2013, we since added video ads in 2014 and carousel ads last year. Carousel ads allow you to showcase up to 5 images in a single ad unit. And not only have we added new formats, we've made them more flexible over time. For instance, both our photo and video ads now support landscape, as the video ad example shows here. Additionally, we've expanded the maximum length of our video ads to 60 seconds. With these changes, our goal is to make it easier to take the creative approach that works best for you. And we'll talk more about creative later in this webinar. As I mentioned, Instagram has long been a home for showcasing products. And since the first days of ads on our platform, we've seen a positive response from our users to the products, apps, and services advertised. Although we didn't initially offer direct response ad units, consumers found their own ways to take action. For instance, we've seen people use comments to request more information from our advertisers, click off-site via links in advertiser profiles, and even lift search volume for products advertised on Instagram. This showed us there was demand from the community to take action on our ads. And since simplicity is a core value of Instagram, we made it easier for them to do so. Today, our expanded advertising solutions help businesses of all sizes drive more of the results they care about. In particular, we offer solutions throughout the funnel. Today, we'll cover our solutions for website clicks and conversions, as well as mobile app installs and engagement. We've also made it easier to buy and manage Instagram ads. As a member of the Facebook family of apps and services, we made Instagram ads available through Facebook's interfaces and channels last September. Today, Instagram ads are available through nearly all of Facebook's interfaces and channels: Ads Manager, Power Editor, Partners, which include both Instagram partners and Facebook marketing partners, as well as through Facebook's marketing API. This streamlines planning, buying, and managing your campaigns. Megan will now take you through the specifics of our performance marketing solution. She'll cover why we believe Instagram can be a key channel for driving the outcomes you care about. Then we'll take you through our products and best practices for maximizing performance on our platform.
Thanks, Gabe, and good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be here to talk about performance marketing on Instagram with all of you. Instagram launched performance marketing capabilities last September and is now an ideal channel to showcase your products, apps, or services where people seek visual inspiration. And there are three reasons in particular why we believe Instagram is well suited to drive the outcomes you care about. First, our passionate community. In particular, Instagram offers new opportunities to reach your customers at scale and where they spend their time. If you're already a Facebook advertiser, Instagram offers more mobile inventory for your message. Second, the open mindset. Your customers visit Instagram with a mindset that's well suited to discovering and, more importantly, taking action. Finally, our ads drive results for advertisers with performance marketing objectives. Let's walk through some of the specifics. We'll start with a growing and engaged Instagram community. In just over 5 years, Instagram's grown to a community of over 400 million monthly users. And just as importantly, your customers spend a significant portion of their time on the platform. The average user spends 21 minutes per day with us. In terms of growth, Instagram has momentum. According to eMarketer, Instagram is the fastest growing social network in the US, and their projections over the next 5 years shows Instagram growing our leadership aggressively. In terms of time spent, Instagram leads mobile only behind Facebook and YouTube. In fact, your customers spend more time on our platform on mobile than they do Yahoo, Pandora, Snapchat, Twitter, or Pinterest. And when you combine Instagram with Facebook, there's no better place to reach your customer on mobile. Here's a look at time spent on mobile. In particular, these circles represent the amount of time spent on 10 of the leading mobile properties after Facebook and Instagram. In fact, 1 in 5 mobile minutes are spent on Instagram and Facebook. That's more than the next 10 mobile platforms combined. This is one of several reasons to consider running on both Instagram and Facebook together. We'll cover a few others today. A key benefit as a member of the Facebook family of apps and services is our ability to tap into and leverage Facebook's best-in-class targeting. All of Facebook's targeting is available on Instagram, from demographic and interest targeting to retargeting via custom audiences. It all works on Instagram. This means you can not only reach your customers at scale on Instagram, you can also do so with the same precision and efficiency as you do on Facebook. Beyond the reach and growth of our community and the powerful targeting available, the Instagram environment lends itself to performance marketing. In particular, your customers visit Instagram with a mindset that's well suited to discovering and, more importantly, taking action on new products, apps, and services. Instagram is a place for visual inspiration. People come to Instagram to follow their passions and explore the world through images. In particular, Instagrammers follow people they don't even know, keep up on their interests, and quickly unfollow content that's no longer relevant. For instance, 54% of relationships on Instagram are not reciprocal. This means people follow accounts with whom they don't necessarily have a personal relationship. As a diverse community of 400 million worldwide, the interests they explore on Instagram can range from creative expression to humor to pop culture. It really is different for every Instagrammer. Here's a look at the top interest among Instagram users in the US. They include sports, lifestyle content, music, and entertainment. Businesses have always been a central part of the Instagram experience, and Instagrammers have told us so. In fact, 60% of users say they learn about products and services on Instagram, and 75% say they take action after being inspired by a post. Every day on Instagram, businesses of all sizes inspire people to take action. Let's take a look at the tools available to you to drive action on Instagram and the results our advertisers have seen. Today, we offer the ability to drive website conversions and clicks, as well as mobile app installs and engagement. For reporting, we offer the ability to measure website actions with the Facebook Pixel, and for mobile app install and engagement, or deep linking measurement, you can set up either the Facebook SDK or SDKs from one of our mobile measurement partners. Our ad units provide a bold, linear format designed to drive your objectives. Ads appear in line in a large-scale mobile format where people are attentive and engaged. As Gabe mentioned earlier, Instagram now supports a variety of ad formats. While a square image will always remain iconic to Instagram, we now support landscape photo and videos, increased our video length from 15 to 60 seconds, and launched carousel ads, a unit that lets you show multiple images in one story. On Facebook, we've seen carousel ads offer several performance advantages: a 30 to 50% lower cost per conversion, and a 20 to 30% lower cost per click than single image photo ads. Across all ad formats, both your ad creative and call to action are clickable, providing you with a large canvas to drive action. Your customers can take action on your ads one of two ways, either clicking on the call to action button or tapping once on the ad's image. The majority of our clicks occur on the call to action button you select. This will take users either directly to your website, the app or Play Store, or deep link them directly into your app experience. People can also single tap on your ad's photo. When they do, similar to organic content, more information is revealed. An overlay appears showing your Facebook page name and your display or destination URL of the ad. The overlay confirms a user's intent to drive off-site and ensures we're driving high-quality traffic to your website, your mobile app, or the App Store. Both ensure quality clicks and ultimately valuable conversions. Let's take a look at some of the advertisers driving results on Instagram, beginning with website conversions. Easy Canvas Prints, a small e-commerce business, turned to Instagram to drive sales during the past holiday season. They saw a 97% increase in conversion rate and a 94% decrease in cost per acquisition compared to other channels. Match, an online dating service, wanted a way to drive registrations among a new generation of people looking to date. With Instagram, they increased registrations on their site by 20%. And fashion retailer JustFab turned to Instagram to drive sales among new and existing customers. JustFab saw conversion rates on Instagram that were 10 to 15% better than other channels. Our advertisers are also seeing results with mobile app ads. Target saw a 43% lower cost per install compared to other channels for their Cartwheel app. E-commerce retailer Gilt saw an 88% increase in mobile app installs due to their Instagram campaign. And finally, Poshmark, another e-commerce retailer, saw a 37% increase in app installs and a 28% lower cost per install compared to other channels. So how can you get the most out of performance out of Instagram ads? Since launching our performance marketing solution in September of last year, we've learned a great deal together with our advertisers. Today, we'll cover 4 key themes. 1, optimal bidding for your objective. 2, some tips for maximizing efficiency. 3, building for mobile, since Instagram is mobile only. And 4, developing effective ad creative for Instagram. Our first tip, bidding for your objective. We've rolled out a number of new buying objectives since launching our performance marketing solution, and we'll continue to roll out new performance marketing objectives, formats, and features over time. So make sure to double check our available solutions the next time you create or edit your campaign. Let's focus on one of the objectives we've added since launching, website conversions. If your goal is to drive a specific action on your website, like submitting a lead, viewing a product page, or making a purchase, consider switching to the website conversion objective for more efficient delivery and outcomes. In particular, when you bid with the website conversion objective and implement the Facebook pixel on your site, we're able to optimize delivery of your ad to people most likely to convert. Using the website conversion objective rather than website clicks is especially beneficial on Instagram due to the overlay we covered earlier. To recap, when people tap your ad's photo, they'll see the overlay shown here, asking them to confirm their intent to click through. This ensures we're driving people with strong intent to your site and ultimately helping that you convert them. To make the most of the strong intent that comes with clicking an Instagram ad, make sure you bid using the website conversion objective. Doing so helps us deliver your ad to the people most likely to convert. Our next tip, getting the most efficient outcomes out of Instagram.
One of the best ways to get the best cost per outcome out of Instagram is to run across both Instagram and Facebook together. And doing that is really easy. Just select both Instagram and Facebook as placements for the ad sets in your campaign, as shown here. When you run across Instagram and Facebook together, you get access to more mobile inventory, which allows us to deliver impressions in your campaign more efficiently. We call this placement optimization. And let's take a look at how exactly it works. Here's how running across Facebook and Instagram together, or taking advantage of placement optimization, can help improve the efficiency of your campaign. If you run only on Facebook, as shown here, you will see some variance in cost per outcome over the course of your campaign. This is just a natural function of our auction. And the same thing is true if you run on Instagram. You'll see some variance in your cost per outcome over the course of your campaign. When you opt into placement optimization and run across both platforms together, we're able to deliver impressions efficiently across the combined inventory of Facebook and Instagram. So as your campaign runs, you should get the lowest possible cost per outcome wherever it's available, whether that's on Facebook or on Instagram. And that's what the highlighted green circles here represent. This means when you opt into placement optimization, your overall cost per outcome should be lower versus running on Facebook or Instagram separately. To understand the performance benefits of running across Instagram and Facebook together, we recently ran an analysis of over 1,600 ad sets. We compared the cost per outcome of placement optimization ad sets to those that ran independently on Facebook mobile newsfeed and Instagram. We learned that most advertisers who opt into placement optimization across Facebook and Instagram see comparable or better performance for website conversions, website clicks, mobile app installs, and video view objectives. In those cases, the combined inventory of Facebook and Instagram helped deliver impressions efficiently and lowered the cost per outcome. Let's take a look at the results advertisers have seen by opting into placement optimization. Yugo, which is part of TD Bank in Canada, saw a 45% lower cost per install when they moved to placement optimization across both Facebook and Instagram. That was compared to running on Facebook mobile newsfeed only. And Movement, a watchmaker in the US with their own e-commerce presence, saw a 20% lower cost per click and a 20% lower cost per action when opting into placement optimization across both Instagram and Facebook. If you'd like to learn more about placement optimization, we've included a handout as part of this webinar.
Instagram is a mobile-only platform, which has a few important implications for performance marketing. First, be sure your ads click through to an experience that supports mobile conversion. An interesting or inspiring ad can get your users to click, but it takes a frictionless destination experience to drive conversions. Although Instagram is a mobile-only platform, Instagram users are 66% more likely to convert on desktop than mobile. This makes setting up cross-device reporting especially critical. In particular, if you're trying to drive actions on your website, use the Facebook Pixel. And if you have a mobile app objective, implement either the Facebook SDK or an SDK from one of our mobile measurement partners. The path to purchase is often complex. Therefore, setting up cross-device reporting will help you track conversions that happen on other devices.
Our final tip, and probably the most common question we get from advertisers, is about creative. In particular, what makes for good creative on Instagram, and do I need custom creative to be successful? We've learned a lot on this topic since launching performance marketing ads in September. So the question, what does good creative look like? Well, the answer to that question really depends on who you ask. And that's just a clever way of saying the secret to good and effective creative is targeting. In particular, given the diversity of the Instagram community and the addition of Facebook targeting, we're seeing a variety of creative approaches work for our advertisers. That's because advertisers now have access to the same targeting, buying, and measurement tools as they do on Facebook. And creative on Instagram is just as diverse and relevant as the interests of our community itself. For those reasons, we're seeing a variety of approaches to creative development drive the results clients care about. For instance, many clients repurpose their creative from Facebook or other channels. On the other hand, some advertisers develop creative at a variety of levels of production investment. For instance, some produce assets in-house, while others take the approach of working with an Instagram partner, agency, or production company. We've seen all of these approaches drive the results our advertisers care about. In fact, all examples shown here are drawn from our case studies. Regardless of approach, they all drove real results for our advertisers. Similarly, there's no one way to inspire action on Instagram. We're seeing a similar diversity in the content of performance marketing ads. Some ads focus on lifestyle imagery, like those on the left, while others focus on product. We're seeing a range, and all of the examples shown here are drawn from our case studies as well. Each approach worked. And similarly, now that we've made landscape photo and video ads available, along with longer video ads, we're seeing many advertisers embrace those expanded formats. The bottom line, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to effective creative on Instagram. And to better understand what makes for good and effective creative on our platform, we recently worked with Metrics Lab to test a number of creative approaches. In that study, we compared creative originally developed for Instagram, like the Starbucks ad shown here on the left, to creative that was originally developed for Facebook, like the GMC ad shown on the right. In particular, we asked a group of 2,400 Instagram users to rate a series of ads shown in the Instagram feed. Some of those ads were originally developed for Instagram, while others had originally been created for Facebook. For instance, the Gatorade ad showed here was originally developed for Facebook. As part of this test, we showed it and a number of other Facebook ads in the Instagram feed. Based on user ratings, we found no significant difference in the performance of ads specifically developed for Instagram versus ads originally developed for Facebook. In fact, both creative approaches worked just as well across the dimensions we measured, which included stated intent and impact, likability and relevance, memory, and recall. In other words, creative that performs well on Facebook should perform well on Instagram too. Custom creative isn't a requirement for Instagram. If you have strong performing creative from other channels, try running it on Instagram. A quick recap. We've seen driving strong results comes down to these 4 things. Bid for your objective. In particular, take advantage of the website conversions objective if your goal is to drive specific actions on your website. Run across Instagram and Facebook together when it makes sense for your objectives. Build for mobile, both on your website and with cross-device reporting. And finally, creative development for Instagram is flexible. Good creative on Instagram is just good creative. Before we move on to your questions, let's quickly cover how you can get started. It's easy. First, link your business's Instagram account to your Facebook ad account. However, you don't need an Instagram account to run ads on our platform. You can also use your Facebook page to advertise on Instagram. The handouts for this webinar cover all of these details, and if you'd like to know more, please download them. Second, include Instagram in your new and existing ad sets. To opt in, just select Instagram as a placement. Third, if you have strong performing creative from Facebook or other channels, don't hesitate to run it on Instagram. Good creative works here too. And finally, you can manage, optimize, and report your Instagram campaigns through all the same interfaces you already use for Facebook, like Ads Manager and Power Editor. Again, we've included some resources on these topics as handouts for this webinar, so if you're looking for details on how to get started, please download them. All right, well, we'll now open for Q&A, and over the course of the session, we've been compiling top questions as they've come in. If you have any additional questions, feel free to submit them now, and we will monitor them. So for our first question, are there any plans to have, so the first question, sorry guys, is are there any plans to allow posts to be scheduled? Megan will take this question.
Yeah, it's a great question. Currently, there are not plans to allow posts to be scheduled directly from your Instagram account page. That being said, creating ads in Ads Manager or Power Editor, you are able to schedule them directly to the time cadence that works best for you.
Cool. So our next question is around engagement ads and ads to followers. So will ads to followers, boosted ads be allowed on Instagram? And are there any plans to track how many people follow you based on your ads?
Yep, great question. So yeah, having an Instagram account is really important for a variety of reasons. It helps people build relationships with the people that are interested in your business. That being said, we've always emphasized the need to focus on true business objectives and not follower acquisition. So at this time, we don't have any plans to allow follower ads or engagement ads.
Great. So the next question, there's a couple of questions, are about the call to action buttons we covered. And so can you use a call to action button to boost a post, and can you add a call to action without running an ad? So can you use a call to action on a regular Instagram post?
Yep. So it's a little similar to the first question. So again, we don't have the capabilities now or in the near term to boost organic content. That being said, you can definitely mimic your organic content into an ad and add a CTA button. But right now, CTA buttons are exclusive to paid advertisement and not organic content.
Great. So our next question is kind of similar. It's about driving action from the app. Will URLs ever be clickable or linkable through post copy?
Yep. I don't want to say never. Currently, it's not on our roadmap to allow this capability. We do want to be sensitive to driving off-site and making sure it's a great experience for the community. And right now, given the controls we have in place for being able to verify destination URLs on the advertising capabilities, we can ensure that it's a safe landing destination. So we're keeping it as is for right now.
Great. Our next question is about results, and it's about small and medium businesses. Are they seeing a positive return on Instagram ads?
Yeah, absolutely. With the launch of self-serve ads in last September, it really did open up our platform for a variety of advertisers. Previously, we were an IO-based business with, buy sizes that made it so the SMBs couldn't enter into the auction. But now that we have an auction, you can spend $5 on Instagram, you can spend $1,000, you can spend $100,000. It really is up to you. And a couple of our case studies made note of the results that they're seeing, whether that's driving traffic to their website or driving conversions. We are seeing Instagram work for a variety of partners.
And an additional plug on that question, if you'd like to see more case studies about small and medium-sized businesses, you can visit our website, so business.instagram.com, and there you'll find case studies from businesses of all sizes with a variety of objectives across a whole bunch of different industries. So our next question, Megan, is there any way to increase reach on Instagram using ads?
There is a buying methodology called reach and frequency. If reaching a certain amount of people on a particular cadence is important to you, that is a buying objective you can leverage. So you can say, I want to reach your target audience size, at a 3% or a 3 frequency, and that enables you to do so. Versus when you bid via CPC or OCPM, that really optimizes your delivery for trying to find people willing to either click or convert. So it just depends on the business objective you're trying to buy or trying to optimize for, but reach and frequency is a buying objective.
Awesome. Our next few questions are about some of the changes to the Instagram feed that we announced last week. And so we'll start with the first question, which is what are the factors that we're considering in how we personalize the feed for users going forward?
Yeah, just to recap in case people missed the announcement, on March 15th we announced that Instagram will be moving from a chronological feed to one that's more personalized. People on Instagram currently miss on average 70% of the content they follow, and this means they don't see many of the photos and videos they care about most, including those from businesses. We really believe that with a more personalized feed, each person will see the moments they care about first. As we begin, we're focused on optimizing. All posts will still be there, they're just going to be in a different order. The personalized feed will take many signals into account, such as the relationship between poster and user, timeliness of posts, and how likely it is that the content will be interesting to the user. The goal is to help people see more of the moments they care about first, including posts from businesses. We believe making this change will increase time spent and posts viewed on Instagram, which benefits everyone on the platform. In particular, a more active and engaged community will make Instagram an even more valuable channel for growing our clients' businesses.
So another question on the personalized feed that we're testing. Do we expect that organic reach will decline?
Yeah, that's a great question. I do think we will see an initial decline as we begin to optimize and figure out what's working well. That being said, your content could appear first in a user's feed if it's the most relevant to them. So we are going to see different feed dynamics, but we're hoping to optimize for the content that is most relevant and hopefully most engaging to the end user.
And the final question on the changes that we're testing to feed is about ads. So how do these changes affect ads?
Yep, in the same way that it affects organic, we will be optimizing for the ads that are most engaging and most likely to be clicked on or engaged with. We're using, again, a variety of signals to gauge that, and I will say that will probably likely improve over time as we learn throughout. We're beginning with small testing, and this is going to be a very slow rollout as we really seek to understand what is and isn't working for the community.
Great. Before we move on to some of the other questions, if you guys have any more questions about this topic, you can visit our website, business.instagram.com, where we have more details on our blog about some of the changes to feed that we're testing. So the next question, or two actually, are about running across both Facebook and Instagram together. And so the first question about it is there an additional cost to running on Instagram if you already have a Facebook ad running? And so the answer to that question is if you choose to opt in and run your campaign on Instagram as well as Facebook, all of the same targeting, all of the same budgets will be in effect for Instagram as well. So for instance, if you are running a campaign on Facebook and you have a $10 budget and you select and you want to add Instagram to that campaign, we will deliver against that same budget. We'll just deliver across both Facebook and Instagram together. So you still have total control over your budget and your spend. You're just allowing your ad to run across more inventory to take advantage of some of those performance benefits we talked about. The next question on running across Facebook and Instagram together is about reporting. So the question is, if we run on Facebook and Instagram together, can we see reporting by platform? And so the answer to that question is yes. So even if you're running together on both Facebook and Instagram, either in Ads Manager or in Power Editor, you're able to break down your report by platform or by placement. So you can see specifically the performance of the ad on Instagram within that campaign, as well as the performance of that ad on Facebook. All of that detail is still available to you. The next question is about desktop. Will advertisers be able to post or upload from desktop?
Great question. So Instagram is a mobile-only platform, and we really are trying to anchor around that value proposition. At this time, we're not exploring the opportunity to post or upload from desktop, but it's definitely, we love to hear feedback and can take that into consideration.
Great. Our next question is about what's known as the 20% text rule, and the question is, can you share the details on Instagram's text policy? And to clarify, this is a policy about the amount of text that's used in ad images.
Yep, so Instagram and Facebook are aligned on the 20% text overlay policy. Essentially what that means is that we only allow ads that have up to 20% text on them. We believe that this is a more engaging user experience and allowing you to use your copy to really convey the message and the image to reinforce it. So we're 100% aligned with the Facebook policy on this.
Our next question is, which tools are best for beginners? And there are two resources that we would point you guys to if you're curious to get started. The first is facebook.com/business. That is a site with all sorts of tips and tricks for running across Facebook and Instagram. Additionally, facebook.com/blueprint is our online e-learning center. And so there are all sorts of courses, including courses that specifically go into running ads on Instagram. There are 6 different courses, and it's self-paced learning, so you can learn whichever topics are most interesting to you. And of course, finally, the Instagram for Business website is also available, and that covers a lot of tips on getting started, and that's at business.instagram.com. So our next question is about some ad formats that are currently available on Facebook, and the question is, will they be available on Instagram? And so in particular, the question is, will Canvas ads be available on Instagram? Will lead ads be available on Instagram? And will dynamic product ads be available on Instagram?
Yep, so these are 3 really exciting and effective ads that Facebook has launched in the last couple of years that we're excited to explore for Instagram. At this time, it is on our product roadmap to bring dynamic product ads, or DPA ads, to Instagram in the near future. We are currently vetting Canvas and lead gen ads. We don't have timing on that yet, but we are definitely exploring. Driving to parity in terms of what Facebook offers in terms of ad formats, targeting, measurement capabilities is important to us, given that it makes buying for advertisers as easy as possible.
Cool. Our next question is, let me see here, about targeting. So is geo-targeting available on Instagram? What kind of targeting can people expect?
Yep, so just like Facebook, geo-targeting is available on Instagram, as well as, you can leverage things like custom audiences, where you leverage your either email database or phone database to find existing customers, or use those custom audiences to create lookalikes if you're trying to find people who look like your current customer base, and that's really helpful for generating leads as well.
Great, and we'll take 2 more questions. So the next question is about, again, about running across Facebook and Instagram together, placement optimization. And the question specifically is, how is spend broken out across both platforms if an advertiser chooses to run across both together? And so the question, that's a really great question. And it actually gets to really the heart of the advantage of running across both Facebook and Instagram together. So we can't necessarily promise that your ad will run a certain amount on Instagram and a certain amount on Facebook if you choose to run across both together. And that's because we will deliver the ad, our system will optimize the delivery of your ad wherever it's going to be the most efficient. Generally, what that means is you'll get more delivery on Facebook because Facebook is a larger platform. There are more people on it compared to Instagram, so more delivery naturally happens on Facebook. However, the most important thing we're optimizing for is performance. So we'll deliver wherever you get, wherever we believe you're going to get the best performance. That may happen more on Facebook than you expect. That may happen more on Instagram than you expect. It's all about performance. Now, if it's important to you to get certain delivery or certain spend on Instagram, we would recommend running on Instagram and Facebook separately. So if you have a fixed budget or you want to control your reach on Instagram or your reach on Facebook, it probably would make sense to run on those 2 platforms separately. So our final question is about hashtags. And the question is, do hashtags help or hinder the performance of your ads?
That's a great question. So hashtags, it kind of aligns with our targeting capabilities of Facebook. So Facebook uses a variety of signals, around trying to find the right people. And in hashtags is just one additional signal that we use in the targeting input to help find people most interested in things like, shopping or bags or, whatever interest it is. So hashtag is used as an input, but it's not necessarily a key driver of success. That being said, if you're using a hashtag in kind of a multi-channel campaign, it does help people find content and kind of orient them back to the content that you originally posted. We recommend that you be consistent across platforms so that it's an easy and recognizable hashtag to find again, but we haven't seen it be a key driver for success. We definitely leverage it as an input for targeting, but that's how we leverage it.
All right, well, thanks guys so much for your time today, and thank you for the questions. We know we weren't able to cover every question, but we did try to organize against kind of the key themes that we saw coming up in areas where we were getting the most questions. So that's it. On your way out, please take a few moments to fill out our short survey. We promise it's quick and painless. Additionally, take advantage of some of the training resources and webinars linked here. So you can visit Blueprint, which is Facebook and Instagram's e-learning center, to learn more about getting started with Instagram ads. Again, it's all self-paced, and you can go through the subjects that are most interesting to you. And also, please tune in to some of our upcoming webinars. You can learn more about those webinars. We have one on Thursday of this week about the Facebook and Instagram ads auction, and next Thursday we have a webinar on reach and frequency buying across both Facebook and Instagram, and those webinars are linked here. Have a great day, guys, and thanks again so much for spending your time with us. We really do appreciate it.